Hello, and welcome back to Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. This is episode 4, and we are entering the new town of Bremen. But before we begin, let's go ahead and meet our party. I'm Joanna. I'm going to be your dungeon master this evening, and we are going to start off with Miles.
Hey everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood Reaper back in town playing Grimja, the half-orc ranger and unofficial leader of the party as of right now.
Okay, we have Luka.
I am Luka. I am playing Enrico Tethras. He is a variant human barbarian. Part of why he likes chopping down trees so much is because he likes to craft furniture out of wood. When he was living with um, his his mate, that's the dwarf, he crafted a lot of furniture up there, and so like a lot of chairs and stuff. Yeah.
And everyone's scaredy cat rogue, it's Jesse.
Hi, I'm Jesse. I'm playing Perrin Justice, who tends to find himself more at home out in the woods alone than around people.
All right, and we have Ashley.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm playing Leaf Evergreen. I'm a druid fairy. I'm from Lonelywood, and I'm really just starting to come into myself.
And we have joining us for the very first time, it is Patrick.
Hello, I'm Patrick. I'll be playing Alexander Lightstone, an Azamar paladin of the Ancients variety. In his downtime, he likes to paint and practice calligraphy, and he just likes being a chill dude.
Okay, hop right into game. Everybody ready?
Ready?
Here we go. This is episode 4, Entering Bremen. Previously on Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden, the group known as the 10 Town Titans worked together to subdue the awakened white moose that was terrorizing the town of Lonelywood. In doing so, they learned that an evil druid with a taste for necromancy was on the loose, and their quest to find this druid, Ravison, led them to the town of Bremen. Reports have stated that a lake monster is terrorizing fishermen, much like the moose was terrorizing loggers. After discovering a hidden journal in their newish headquarters, the Ramshackle, Grimja revealed to the group that the tale of Alexander Lightstone, the traveling paladin who saved Goodmead from a Yeti attack, would most likely be headed to Bremen as well. It is this paladin who they seek to help him in their mission. If Oral's everlasting winter has one benefit, it's that the hardy folk of Bremen are spared the seasonal floods that normally threaten the town in early summer. That's not to say that the long nights, frigid air, and howling blizzards provide any comfort. They don't. Twice in the past 2 months, residents of Bremen have had to mount search parties for their town speaker and oldest living resident, Dorburgle Shellscar. And twice they found him wandering in frozen shores of the Shangren in heavy furs, with no memory of how he got there. The old dwarf, the old dwarf, even old in dwarf standards, has given many scares to the locals, and many fear for the same is true for the town. If Oral's brutal winter does not subside, will the town ever see the light of summer again? It has taken you guys 8 hours to get from Lonelywood to Bremen. And as you travel with the dog sleds, it's kind of a not necessarily peaceful since it is heavy winter and the roads are primarily ice from travel. But you make your way, and light conversation has been going around, but mostly you're conserving your energy until you get to town. And as you get there, it's around 2 p.m., late afternoon, and it's time you're going to need to check in. You guys have all been given a map, correct?
Yep.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
All right. So in the town, there's one main inn called the Buried Treasure. Now, this used to be a big gathering from when people used to come and mine along the banks of the river. But since the Frostmaiden set her curse, that hasn't necessarily happened. The innkeeper Cora, while she's very nice, upbeat, friendly, you can tell that there has been a loss of business, and the place definitely needs preparation and some repairs, but she still offers you a place to sleep. She does warn you that nightly it is the law that nobody warms themselves by the fire to offer warmth for Oral, in hopes that one day she will lift her curse. You guys arrive at the inn, and she informs you that you each can receive your own room. Currently, she has no other occupants, and it'll cost 2 silvers per night. What do you guys do? You head up to the rooms or get settled in, or we're asking her any questions?
So, out of character, mm, we can't long rest, right? At night.
You can't long rest at night, correct?
Okay. Well, that only really matters if we need to hard long rest, I guess. What are the chances that people are still awake at this time?
It's about 2 p.m. in the afternoon, so the town is bustling.
Okay. Um, I say we buy our rooms and see about heading to town hall.
Uh, that sounds fine to me.
Perhaps we can find the speaker or someone equivalent.
Are you talking that out of character, or in character, are you saying that you guys would like to find the speaker?
Um, that that could be in character, sure.
So at the mention of the speaker, Cora is gonna give you guys a little bit of a grave face and go, "Oh, uh, he's been out of sorts lately. I'm not sure that he's gonna be much help to you. Are you looking for something or looking for someone?"
So out of character, I guess I printed off the wrong notes. I do not have the name of the guy we came looking for with me.
Oh, you you are looking for the paladin Alexander Lightstone.
Lightstone, that's right.
And you have heard that a lake monster is terrorizing fishermen.
So Perrin would go up to the innkeeper and just kind of pick her brain, be like, excuse me, are you familiar with Alexander Lightstone?
Oh, I believe I have heard that name. I'm so sorry. I'm out of sorts a little bit. It's been uh a little crazy around here lately, but Alexander Lightstone. I do believe I heard his name a couple of days ago when the reports of the fishermen started coming up missing. I haven't seen him personally. He hasn't come through the inn, but I do know that he did come in and he did come to town and to investigate. I'm not entirely sure where he might be staying though.
Oh, so yeah, I'll have a lake monster problem, and maybe that'd be a good place to start looking for him.
Could be. I mean, it's always possible that he's staying in someone's personal residence. The people here are not the not the most angriest of people. Some of the other towns can be a little standoffish, as you probably know, but we're pretty good, kind folk here.
With the troubles of the world, this is trying times for all. Here, I would like to buy my friends a drink and a hot tea for myself, and one for you too, ma'am.
Um,
Thank you.
Grimja, uh,
Oh,
Grimja would speak up. I prefer tea as well.
Ooh, smart man.
Tea, and she's gonna look to you, Enrico, and leave and go, tea for you as well, or would you like something a little stronger?
give me something a little stronger.
Ugh, ditto.
Hell, whoops. Oh yeah.
No worries at all. We do have ale and we do have some whiskey if you would prefer that instead.
In
I'll just have some ale.
Some ale. And for you, ma'am?
I'll have an L too.
All right, why don't you guys go have a seat and I'll bring it out for you guys.
Thank you, ma'am.
And at that, she is going to walk away. And if any who'd like to give me a perception check, Ken.
perception.
7.
7, you are going to have your eyes fixed on the chair, waiting very patiently for your ale. Nothing necessarily seems to be out of sorts or amiss.
Okay. So my ale's ready then?
Not yet. You're waiting patiently for it.
Oh, okay.
That's a 9.
A 9, you're not necessarily going to notice too much either. Perrin or
Perrin
Leaf,
gets a Perrin has a dirty 20.
a dirty 20. All right. You are going to notice on the wall, there seems to be pictures of a young boy throughout the years. And while the place definitely is covered in about a layer of dust and needs repairs, these pictures are the most kept up to date items in the room. Almost as like the pictures of the boy is the only thing that she truly cares about. And she's gonna come back to the table and drop off the teas and the ale and say, Here, I whipped up a batch of biscuits this morning. I'd hate to see them go to waste and put biscuits and jam down in front of you guys.
Oh, that's quite lovely.
Oh, very
I,
nice.
I was noticing the pictures. Who's the gentleman?
And as she looks up at the picture, she is going to get very solemn and she goes, "Oh, well, that will be my son, Harwar. He he used to help out with the chores around here and for the longest time it was just me and him after my husband passed, but I haven't seen him in a couple days now."
Oh dear. Any clue to where he went?
Would you like to make a insight check on her?
That'll be a 9.
Yes, Grimja would like to make an insight check as well, if we can.
Sure, go ahead.
Can I also make an insight check?
Yep.
Frag.
And what was his name again?
Harwar. It is Huarwar.
I rolled a 14.
A 14. What did Grimja get?
I got a 12.
A 12. Perrin, what did you get on your insight check again?
Like a 9.
Okay. With your 14, Enrico, you are going to notice that she is struggling to find the correct words to answer the question on who might have taken him. But the only thing that she's going to respond with is, um, yes, I have a slight idea of where he is, but it's nothing that you guys want to concern yourselves with. He's a
Perrin would
teenage boy
Perrin.
being a teenage boy.
Oh,
You know how that goes, I'm sure.
Perrin would lightly rest his hand on hers and say, "Please, if it's no trouble, you could tell us, and maybe we could be of assistance. Maybe not, but I would like to if I can."
Roll me a persuasion.
18.
Huh.
18. She is going to look at you and study you guys for a little bit and then almost like with sudden movements, she's gonna go and close the windows and shut them. And she's gonna look at you guys and say, "Do you promise that I can trust you?"
Ma'am, I just want to see the world a better place. I could truly say I am amongst friends and good people here.
What he means is the 10 Town Titans you could trust.
The Ten Town Titans. That's a catchy name.
He's probably just going to blush and kind of look off kind of awkwardly.
I love it.
Well, I did mention that our speaker has been uh, ill for some time, right?
That's right.
Well, he tends to forget and have memory lapses. And when that happens, he goes off wandering. Well, my son, he joined a search party that went off to find our speaker after he went missing during a blizzard one afternoon. The speaker was brought back safe and sound, but Harwar got separated from the others and didn't find his way home until the following morning. He had frostbite and could barely walk. Over the next few days, Harwar displayed a, a meanness towards me, and it was very uncharacteristic. He's normally a very good boy, very loving, very caring. The change in his demeanor started very shortly after I was in his room. I found this shard of black ice. Harwar snatched it away from me and he threatened me with bodily harm if I ever touched it again. The next day, two tieflings, a male and female, arrived here and they offered Harwar sanctuary in their castle. He left willingly, taking the shard with him and telling me that he would never return. These tieflings, they wore amulets that looked much like the shard that I had found in his room. I don't know if it's magic. I feel it is. And I'm afraid that if he's found, he could be sacrificed. So many of our people have been sacrificed these last 2 years, and I just don't want to see my son be one of them.
You believe these tieflings were here to take him for sacrifice?
Either sacrifice or maybe they're planning something. They didn't seem in their right mind.
Something about the black ice shards is connecting them.
I'm sure they were wearing necklaces, almost like amulets around their neck, and they looked just like the black shard that I found in his room.
Perhaps it's his connection to the shard. Perhaps if you can make a connection, then they find you. Do,
Maybe, I'm not sure. I know he didn't have it before he went out searching. And when he came back, that's when his demeanor had changed.
out of character, what was the tiefling town we were talking about?
East Haven.
Oh, haha. Uh-huh. I thought I knew I heard that. Okay, back in. Do you think they might have taken him to East Haven?
Um, I'm not entirely sure. They did mention a castle, though, and I don't believe East Haven has a castle. I
Oh,
I believe
the
that
only town that should have a castle is Caerdinival.
yes, that is the only one that has an intact castle at least.
Hmm,
Kaer Kong I know has ruins of a castle, but Denival I know has an intact one.
interesting. And
But please,
who's
please don't say anything to anybody. I don't, my son's a good boy. He really is. I think he might have gotten mixed up in something way over his head.
I have another question then.
Okay.
Um, Sorry, we won't say anything about your son, but who is running the Tao and Loon of the speaker?
He's still trying to run it, but his wife does take over most of the duties.
And where can we find his wife, if we may ask?
She she can be found at town hall. She does still use his office from time to time, but the she makes a lot of the decisions from her home. She's primarily a homemaker. Ever since her kids left, she hasn't necessarily gotten over the fact that she's now an empty nester.
I see. Would it be out of sorts for us to visit her at her home? Does she take accept visitors?
You would have to make an appointment at the town hall.
Then we must go to the town hall, as expected.
Ma'am, how much do I owe you for the pastries and drinks?
Oh, if you're going to keep my son's secret safe, I really don't feel right about taking anything.
Oh, no, 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 ma'am. I insist.
Well, it's 5 silver for the room. The drinks would be a copper, and the pastries are on the house. I don't want to see them going to waste. I bake when I get anxious.
Eh,
Uh, Go ahead, sir.
Sorry, that was a chuckle.
Uh, Perrin will like press one gold piece in her hand and tell her thank you.
and she's gonna look at it, and it clearly is probably the most money that she has seen in quite some time. Thank you so much.
Careful not to upset the economic balance, Perrin.
Sometimes a little kindness is what's needed.
Yeah.
All right, so and are you guys going to finish your drinks and then head out to town hall?
Uh,
I think that the wise course
Yeah.
to go ahead and get on the waiting
I was
list.
gonna say Grimja would finish his tea and wrap up the any excess biscuits and stash them in his bag, and then yeah, we'd be ready.
Yeah, Enrico, he would finish up his ale and he'd take some of them pastries with him too.
And while they're wrapping that up, Perrin would just be sitting on the bench, holding his tea in both hands, drinking, just feet kicking.
All right, and then Leaf, did you have anything else that you wanted to ask?
Nope, I'm just soaking it all in.
The tea or the conversation?
Both. Well, I have ale.
Oh, oh dear. Keep you two in the middle.
Only the best ale from Fandolin.
Ooh. Yeah, I heard some terribly named dwarf made it or something like that.
Uh,
Oh, I think you're talking about the leader of Ulrich and the Thunderhammers.
I've never heard of them. I don't think that's a real group.
A sad story.
I think you made that up. But let's get moving. We don't want to be out here before dark.
All right, so you guys are gonna finish up and then head out. As you're leaving Buried Treasures, um, the lake around the creaky docks is frozen, and but you're still gonna be able to hear almost like water moving. So even though it's frozen up by the docks, it's clearly not frozen when it gets further um, out to sea. And you're gonna be walking kind of along the river, not necessarily looking for the monster per se, but you are going to notice a two men are standing along the banks, and you're going to hear one of them looks a bit disheveled, almost maybe like he's still drunk or kind of drunk from either day drinking or maybe the night before, but red in the face and bundled up in tattered cold weather clothing. But he is talking to, not necessarily talking, he's kind of screaming at another man, um, saying, we had a deal. I hired you for fishing, and that's what you're gonna give me. And as you're overhearing this, this man is about like kind of straight back and everything, kind of just taking it all in stride. And Patrick, why don't you go ahead and describe for us what does Alexander look like standing on this bank getting yelled at by this random guy?
Okay. Alexander is dressed head to toe in green armor, and he's covered by a thick black cloak with a fur trim. And most of what you can see of his face at the moment is a thick red beard. He doesn't really care for the fact that he's being yelled at right now, but
So the man is going to look at you and go, we had a deal at 5 silver per trout. Now, are you not going to get out on this boat and go fishing?
a series of fishermen have gone missing lately, and you think it's a safe idea to go out.
I still need to make a living. I don't care if they go missing or not. We had a deal. And as he's talking, he's like kind of swaying and slurring his words a bit. Not necessarily looking at you either. His eyes keep darting left and right.
I can make the journey, but I can't guarantee your safety, and that's why I'm refusing to go.
Nothing but a little chicken shit. What does Perrin, Grimja, Enrico, and Leaf do seeing this guy berating this other guy?
Well, I'll tell you
We
quickly. With the yelling, Perrin is hiding behind Grimja legs.
Grimja's gonna peer down and see if I mean, he can tell that this man's not a regular fisherman, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he looks out of sorts. Um, hmm. Grimja would probably point that out. He doesn't look like your normal fisherman. Perhaps there's something more to him.
Do you guys go over to him?
Enrico, he seems about your size. Maybe connect with him.
Yeah, I can try.
We'll follow your lead.
Okay. So Enrico is going to approach Alexander and he's going to say, "Good day."
Good day to you too.
And you, I'm pretty sure I made an agreement with you. You're supposed to be fishing for me too, aren't you? He's gonna say to you, Enrico.
Enrico is going to be like, "I don't even know who you are."
Can Grimja step up behind him and put his hand gently on his shoulder?
Enrico's shoulder or the crazy guy's
The
shoulder?
crazy guys.
He's gonna flinch as you do so and go, "Who are you?"
Sir, I think you need to step away from the banks. We're in an investigation and it's not safe for civilians to be here.
I had a deal.
And your deal will be met when the conditions are safe for you to do so.
And just as that is happening, a younger girl is going to come running down the docks. I'm also going to let anybody who would like to make a perception check of the docks can roll me perception.
Oh, I love perception
All right.
checks.
Let's see what I get.
I get plus
Um,
D4 on perception checks.
14.
14.
Yep.
That is going to be a 6.
Ah,
Um, with
I got a 12.
your a 12,
Mm-hmm.
Grimja
Grimja's turn.
got a 24.
24. Okay. Perrin, are you rolling?
Perrin had an 8, so I didn't bother saying it.
Gotcha. All right. So, Grimja, Enrico, and Leaf, you are going to notice that tied to the docks, there are two boats. One's has um, etched into the side the name the Burly Ram, and the other one has etched into the side the name Pronged Goat. Now, the burly ram is in, from what you can tell at least, is completely intact and looks fine, but the pronged goat almost looks like it has a chunk of it missing.
Something like bite marks.
Possibly.
Grimja is going to ignore the people in the situation and head to the boat.
Okay. You hear footsteps approaching on the creaky dock. Another figure covered head to toe in cold weather clothing has joined you. The figure wags a gloved finger at the crazy man. He is a frosty bearded dwarf, and she's gonna shout, "You have no honor! The new these newcomers, they don't know the threat. You're sending these innocent people to their deaths, and for what? Fish? Pay no minds to the rambling of this fool," he's gonna say. "Did you even tell them about the monster?" The newcomer is going to say. And the dwarf he's is that's yelling at you guys. He's gonna look over at you, Alexander, and goes, "You guys should get to work."
As it so happens, I was here to investigate the lake anyway.
Oh, so are you the one we're looking for?
Hmm?
You are Alexander Lightstone?
I am, and you are?
Grimja Redayn of the Ten Town Titans.
An honor and a pleasure.
Yeah, well, push his hand out to shake.
Same.
Well, seeing as how my notes have surmised you're here investigating the problem, and you just said so, care to take a look at this boat with me?
And you be
Uh,
careful around my boats. If you're taking them out, then that's one thing. But if you're just going to be sitting here staring at them, then that's another thing.
Uh, Grimja's gonna take two silvers out and chuck them at the old man and say, if you want to be careful, I'd go buy a drink at the tavern and wait.
Mm. He's gonna catch the. He's not gonna catch it. They're gonna fall at his feet as he tries to catch it. He goes, just get to work, as he stumbles off. And the newcomer is going to go. I'm getting the feeling that he doesn't seem to like me very much, or anyone who steps between him and the gold swimming in this lake. Hi, I'm Tally. I'm studying the local animal life here in Icewind Dale. I just couldn't stay silent and watch another crew fall victim to the monsters of Mar Dalden.
Mardovon.
Mar Dalden.
It's the if you look at the map, it's the lake at the top.
Mm-hmm. The monster of Mardovon. Oh, like a cryptid. I don't believe we had the pleasure of acquaintance. Tali, what town are you from?
They are. Let me see if they actually say. We're just gonna go ahead and say that she's from Goodmead because they didn't actually tell me.
You wouldn't happen to have any prior knowledge of the wildlife, would you?
Tally is going to hand you a notebook and say, I can't offer you much other than my gratitude, but if you are going out on the lake, there have been reports. The descriptions, though, are wildly different. Some witnesses say that it's the size of an ox, while others say it's close to the size of a house. Some say the monster might be a whale or a large fish, and others describe it as more lizard like in appearance with scaly skin and a large neck. But the one thing that all these attacks have in common is their boats get damaged and most of the time come back without anybody on them. They are either presumably dead in the water, frozen, or perhaps the lake monster has eaten them. And as she says that last part, you're gonna see she's like visibly kind of disgusted by that. But
Well, with the talk,
if you do go out onto the lake, would you mind writing down any information you learn about the monster? Uh, if we know what's out there, the people of Bremen would be much safer for it. And well, it bears the potential to be awfully interesting.
Whatever this creature is, it seems an affront to nature. We'll be taking care of it for you.
It would be wise of us in order to compare and collect as much knowledge as possible. I will fill my notes as full as I can.
Thank you so much. With that, she's gonna hand you the notebook and say, if you need me, I am staying with with a friend. They live not too far from here in town, just across the street from the town hall.
You're living with a friend.
Yes,
Are they friends possibly with the mayor's wife?
they know of Rosie, but I wouldn't, they're probably cordial enough. I wouldn't call them friends.
What I mean to say is, would they happen to work at town hall? Perhaps one could get us an appointment.
Oh, yes, I could definitely see about getting you an appointment at town hall. You said you were the 10 town, what was your name again?
The Tin Town Titans.
10 town titans. Okay, I will put in a word for you if you can get me the information, any information about the lake monster.
Certainly.
And with that, she is going to head off down the pier and out of sight. You guys are now with your new comrade,
Bunny.
Alexander Lightstone.
Me.
Where are you currently staying, Alex? Do you mind if I call you Alex?
Not at all. I've actually been accommodated at town hall for a short while. I only entered town this morning myself.
So you could have gotten us in the first place.
Yes, but you didn't ask.
Fair enough. Then perhaps we can compare notes. What have you learned so far in your investigation?
All I've learned so far is that this town has lost a lot of its soldiers. They can only spare about 25. And there's only about 150 people left due to all the missing people and the sacrifices. Never seems to end. As for the lake monster, I've yet to come into your boat because the drunkard you found me arguing with.
Well,
What?
we have two options, I think. Perrin?
Once we got into the talk of the monster and the wildlife study, that probably would have broke Perrin out of his little scared mood and piqued his interest as a trapper. He would have sat down Indian style on the ground, broke out his map, and marked the lake and monster, and got up, wandered over, and started looking at the boats. And for some reason, the pronged goat is like drawing him to it. He's probably like fumbling with it, like, "Come on, Grimja, come on, come on."
What could possibly be up with that? I know something was on with that boat, but
It's a good vessel.
the good
Bears
vessel for what?
investigating.
Wait, are you talking about taking the boat?
Yes, let's go look for this species.
Uh, so you have an idea of where to go.
Yes, it's in the water. We'll go into the water.
What I mean is, do you have a way out should we get attacked? If it's at least the size of an ox, how big is this boat? Out of character?
But no, it might be the size of a house. We don't know.
That seems to make us woefully unprepared. Should we? Mm, You don't have any idea. I saw you scanning the shore. Maybe a good place to maybe lure it out.
Well, I'm sure if we go out, it'd come to us. I have a feeling, and kind of just peer over at Alexander, like, you're in the other boat.
Yeah,
Perhaps I can offer a solution.
the boats can hold up to two medium-sized characters.
So do two small characters count as one medium-sized character?
Yeah. Leaf, Perrin, and Grimja, one boat.
Okay.
Enrico, and
And
Alexander another.
Works for me.
Yep.
then, well, this seems unwise, but I suppose you can lead the way, Perrin.
I kind of hit like the Washington pose, like standing 1 foot up on the bow.
So as you guys get in the boat and head out blind out to sea, so you guys are going out late afternoon into the water. Do you have any sources of light?
I am a source of light.
Are you glowing underneath that?
Well, actually, yes, but
Oh,
I can cast light cantrip as well.
Because the sun does set around 6 p.m. So if you're gonna set out, you don't know exactly how long you are gonna be out here.
right. We don't know where to go. We don't know how big it is. There's a if Lightstone can get us into the town hall before Telly, then can I dare say then we go and plug the town for as much information as possible.
Probably a wiser idea.
We heading back to town hall.
Leave you awake.
Town
Of course
hall
I
it is.
am. Town hall it is.
So then you guys are gonna make your way to town hall. Are you going over with Alexander the things that they could possibly know about?
Grimja would like the opportunity to not only copy whatever notes Telly's got in her book to his book, but also to share the notes from the journal that he found, including the point where Lightstone's mentioned.
All right, so you are going to be able to show Lightstone where it mentions he saved the town of Goodmead from a Yeti attack, and also be able to share that when you rescued the moose, he did let you know that a druid by the name of Ravison was the one to awaken him.
Oh yeah, I have that in my notes way back.
All right, so we'll discuss that real quick.
Well, we believe that the creature might have been raised by Ravison. Does anyone was meant to ask the student, but what are the creatures that naturally appear in the lake or in the waters?
Did you say Ravison?
Yes,
I've been chasing her for a good long while.
her.
Yes. Are you unaware Ravison is a woman?
We're unaware of just about anything outside of Ravison and hearsay. Why do
Yeah.
you know her?
I have my reasons, but I've been tracking her down for a long time. She hasn't been seen since Arl set her curse.
This is interesting, very interesting. Grim just writing notes.
If you must know, what I know about her is that she's a spore druid and uses fungi to animate plants and corpses.
So what lives in the water that would be she could turn, well, you could turn a moose. You could turn anything. But what's big enough to clear a boat full of fishermen in there in the water?
Just about anything.
People are dying. Just about anything doesn't help us.
I wish I had more to tell you, but I have no information on what's in the lake. That's what I'm here to find out.
Grimja, why don't you roll me a nature?
Not you. Oh no. That's a 9.
So you obviously know about things like sharks and whales that are in the water, but there have been rumors, your conspiracy tells you, of ancient creatures that have never been seen in these parts. Things of the dinosaur nature.
See, and I thought so when I was taking notes. It was either a dragon or some sort of dinosaur.
That was my first thought too.
Well, my bones tell me it's some sort of ancient dinosaur-like creature, or perhaps a dragon. Though, if Rabbidson's powerful enough to reanimate a dragon with her spores, then we might have a much larger problem on our hands.
I'm afraid so. I'm afraid I also have more to tell.
Go on.
Well, I can't prove it, but I believe she's actually reincarnated a human.
Why would you believe this?
Just rumors passing around Goodmead. You hear a lot in the tavern over there. But if it's true, then her power has grown exponentially.
Dragon's still a far cry, so we should probably assume at least a shark, if not some sort of what's it? Not a Liopleurodon. Which one is that? Hopefully not a mosasaur. Oof.
Oof, scared.
Yes. Probably likely able to wipe out a boat full of fishermen too. Fairly easy. If we head to town hall, what are we looking for then?
Same thing we're looking for everywhere. More information. I came to speak to the speaker personally.
We've heard the speaker has been out of sorts lately. It's best to talk to his wife, who might be home, but she's only by appointment.
I see.
Yeah, sensor circle.
Do you guys like to go to town hall and try and make that appointment with Rosie?
Absolutely.
So as you guys make your way through the town, it is getting a little bit later in the day. And you notice that as it gets closer to sundown, the streets definitely are scarce, and you can see that people are either gathered around fires trying to get the last little bit of warmth into their bones. A lot of them have um, they're huddled together, but fires are starting to get extinguished throughout the area. As you come up on town hall, there's going to be a halfling woman there, and she's going to look out and say, "Oh, sorry, we're closing soon."
Please, if you could put us in touch with the speaker's wife, we will be out of your hair.
Oh, I could try and put you on the list to see her first thing in the morning. Is there anything in particular that you're asking for?
The monster of Male Daldon.
Oh, the monster. Yes, there's been a lot of talk about the monster lately, especially after that fisherman boat just kind of came ashore and nobody was on it.
We're here to investigate the disappearances.
Perhaps you could put in an emergency request for us?
Or perhaps just open the doors. Lead us to her.
Well, Rosie's not in the building at the moment, but if you would like to talk to Owen, he is head of the militia and head of the watch for the night.
That'll do.
If anyone spotted a lake monster, it'll be the local soldiers.
Oh,
Hopefully.
oh, sure. Let me get you. Why don't you come in? We're just about to out the fires. So come on in, get warm before we have to out the fires. And she's going to lead you into the town hall. And in the center of this building, there is a massive fireplace. And people, definitely employees, are standing around the fire. It looks like people are heating up their gloves, possibly looks like they're filling cans with hot coals, possibly to take home to put under their beds, or even just make the walk home. But the halfling returns and she has a human with her, and she goes, "This is the group that I was telling you about. They have questions about the lake monster." Owen's going to come up to you guys and say, "What sort of questions?"
Mm, Anybody spotted it lately?
Just this morning, a boat came up to shore, had a chunk taken out of it, and the vessel was completely empty. We know that four passengers went out on the boat, none came back. This is the fourth occurrence that this has happened.
Fourth time might be enough in order to determine a localized area.
Could you possibly point us out on a map where the other attacks may have occurred?
They happen in various spots along the lake. Typically, they happen closer to nightfall when the bigger trout start to come out to hunt and feed. Our fishermen hunt primarily in the later hours of the day or very early in the morning, and these are typically when the attacks happen.
I see. Perhaps it's competing for its food source?
It could be.
Or perhaps it's found another.
It could
People.
be. We haven't had enough people to really go out and investigate it. We are a bit shorthand, and I can offer you not much, but I could offer you 25 gold apiece if you were willing to go out and investigate for us.
Well, that's what we were here for.
Agreed.
Uh, I'm not sure if you have a vessel or not, but we could probably spare you some.
Possibly at least one. The ones we were currently commandeering, one of them is damaged.
No, you definitely don't want to go out in a damaged boat. Those waters get very rough.
You have anything that could support the five of us?
I possibly might. Let me go check our inventory real quick. Why don't you guys warm up by the fire? We're gonna be putting it out soon.
What's left of
Excellent
it.
idea.
So he'll be gone not too long, and then when he does return, he'll be able to tell you that they do have a vessel that will support all of you. He does ask if anybody has prior knowledge on sailing and water navigation.
No.
Never sailed the seas before.
Uh,
Negative.
Ridden a canoe down a river. That's about it.
You may need to provide us able-bodied crew to assist.
That's part of the reason why we haven't been able to catch this thing. We don't have the bodies to spare. What I can do is I can provide you with nets and fishing gear and some navigational tools. compasses that we can provide you with to get you out to sea. I would recommend going in the morning more so than at night. In the morning, at least the sun rises around 5 a.m. You won't be out in the dark.
Okay, so do
Sorry,
we spend the night practicing with these nets and navigation tools before heading out?
I don't know if a day's going to be enough for us, but we could always attempt.
At
Because it's
least if
like,
you get a fresh start in the morning, you'll have all day, unless you were planning on going all night, in which case the temperature will drop to into about the negative 40s.
Fun. Well, we can't really long rest at night anyway, so might as well.
Yeah, but we might freeze to death out there.
wait,
Hmm.
what do our cold weather clothes go up to? That we have them.
You would have to, out of character, you'd have to roll for survival.
Ah,
Oh, I'm glad I took survival.
Well, I don't know if we're going to push the whole group that way, but
Perhaps split the group.
So, kind of your options right now would be either go out on the lake and risk the cold, the night cold, or you could head back to the inn and either get more information about Harwar, or you could always um, rest for the night and then, I mean, you could sleep. You're just, you can't get the benefits of a long rest and then be ready for the morning.
Alrighty. It seems wisest to turn in and get a fresh start in the morning.
I don't have a better idea.
Sound like the smartest course of action.
And I suppose I'll be accompanying you all to the buried treasures.
You'd need to pay for a room. Why don't you head back to your friends?
I can pay my own way. Besides, if we all start together, we can get a quicker start.
Fair enough. Then we'll move along.
Long rest, that's not a long rest.
All right. Did you guys have any further questions for Cora, or do we want to just skip ahead till morning?
let's just skip ahead.
So you guys will be able to sleep, not necessarily comfortably, but you'll be able to sleep enough. And everybody go ahead and give me a survival roll.
That's going to be a 16.
You passed.
15.
You passed.
I
Well,
shall
I'll
not
roll.
too.
Go ahead.
You got a 2, Ashley.
I know. Yes.
Oh no.
You're gonna take a level of exhaustion.
Oh boy.
What'd you get, Perrin?
Perrin rolled a 1, so I would like to use my lucky feat and do a reroll.
Yep, go for it.
Oh my goodness.
Yo.
What'd you get?
A 2. I went from a 1 to a 2.
Oh.
The dice gods
Oh,
say you get a
no.
level
Oh,
of
man.
exhaustion.
Put them dice in dice jail.
Grimja,
Hey.
what'd you get?
24.
All right, so just our small little people are You probably, even with covers and your clothing on, were probably so freezing that you didn't sleep at all. You just stayed up
Freezing.
frozen. But early in the morning, around 5 a.m., just as what counts as dawn starts to show itself, Cora is going to wake up and light the fire and allow you guys to get warm. She makes a breakfast for you of bacon, eggs, and some toast. And she's like, I'm sorry, I wasn't exactly expecting visitors, but I can at least get this for you.
It's no problem, man. It's much appreciated.
And I
No,
hear
it's
you're going
good.
out on the lake.
Yes, unwisely, I might say.
I do have a couple steaks that just went bad. I was gonna toss them, but maybe you could take them out with you for bait
You,
if you want.
you wouldn't happen to know of a few good fishermen instead that'd be willing to risk themselves to save the town?
Mm, there is a human about the ways. He's a bit of a shut-in, but you could always try talking to him. His name is Irvin.
Irvin. Where does he reside?
He is going to be the furthest house back on the border of Bremen, and you'll know that you're there by the big, huge wall that definitely needs a fresh coat of paint built around his cottage.
Well, I guess we have to pay this Irvin a visit then.
Pardon.
I recommend bringing with you any herbs or flowers. He likes to collect them and make herbal remedies. He tends to sell them to the apothecary for his business. He will be in much better spirits if he doesn't have to collect anything out in the cold.
Uh, I don't know if any of us have any rare herbs and spices on hand. Would there be
I
any
would
nearby?
I would probably have some flower petals on hand to make paints.
Flower petals, I'm sure he could use those.
The gods can only be so kind.
Better than nothing. Better than nothing.
We can try.
So as you guys eat your breakfast and then prepare to make your way up to Irvin's hut, the wind is going to start blowing tremendously on this day. I need everybody to make me another survival check.
Oh my.
30-20.
You'll pass.
I rolled in
Holy
that one.
shit. What is that?
Um,
18, 22.
and now
Wait, don't we have heroic inspiration?
you do.
Can I use my heroic inspiration to reroll?
You sure can.
Awesome, thank
16
you.
for Perrin.
16, you passed.
Another 15.
15, you passed. Leaf, what'd you get?
I got 18 originally. We said reroll.
You're good. You passed.
Okay.
Grimja, what'd you get?
30.
A 30?
18 plus the 1d4, which was a 4, plus 8.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so you all pass. The wind's going to be blowing tremendously, but you will be able to get through it no problem without taking any cold damage. So as you guys get to the house, you are going to definitely see none of the other houses in town have walls or fences or anything surrounding them. So the fact that he does have almost like a privacy fence surrounding his entire hut is going to stand out to you guys. And there is a sign on on the wall that says go away.
Can
I
we
see you like to entertain.
can we detect any magic?
Does anybody have detect magic?
Yes.
You can cast detect magic, and I'm gonna have you do a stealth roll. And Alexander,
Yes.
why don't you roll a perception check to see if you notice him casting a spell?
Certainly.
Ooh, interesting. You said a stealth roll?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And perception for me,
16.
11.
You do not notice that he is casting any sort of spell.
Deep breath. Pull one in, open my eyes, and just stare intently. That's what it looks like.
And as you're staring intently, you are going to not feel any presence of magic.
It seems safe.
Perhaps it just likes his privacy then.
Well, go away doesn't necessarily mean you're in danger if you step in, but we should be careful all the same.
I'm going to bring my shield out just in case we get shot.
Yeah, step behind the lights, though. That sounds like a good idea.
And I will open the gate and lead the way up.
And it's shockingly, even though this dude seems private, it is shockingly unlocked. As you come through the gate, though, you are going to hear barking. I need everybody to make me a athletics check.
Da, 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 da. Red.
12.
The 23.
You're good.
13 preparing.
13, you're good. You said
17.
12. You said 12, Enrico?
Yeah.
Okay, you're good. And Grimja?
You said athletics?
Athletics, yeah.
Shoot, 12.
12. Okay, so you guys are gonna hear the dog barking. You're gonna be able to jump back and close the door before the dog gets to you. And it's gonna sound almost like more or less a pack of dogs. And you're gonna hear, "Who's out there?"
Adventurers in desperate need of a fisherman.
I am Grimja Redayn of Caer. We are the 10-town Titans here from the Lonely Wood to assist with the monster problem.
You're gonna hear the cottage door open as he starts yelling at the dogs to get back. And next thing you're gonna know, if you look up over top of the fence, you're just gonna see two eyes appear over the top, a la Home Improvement style,
Uh,
and
Will
go
be.
and go 10 Titans. Never heard of you, but you say you need a fisherman?
yes, to track down and hunt the monster of the mare.
Hmm. What's in it for me?
25 gold. And the honor of saving your town.
Excuse me, sir. If you're a fisherman, wouldn't you rather have the water safe for your job?
I don't do that fishing thing anymore.
Oh,
Make
well,
make herbal remedies now.
ooh, that sounds nice.
I have these dried rose petals I use for paints. Would these work?
At the mention of the petals, his eyes are going to light up. He's going to jump down and then open the gate. What you're going to see is a gnome He
You
is
know.
he is there is as he opens the gates,
Is there another gnome underneath him?
you're gonna he's gonna open the gate, you guys, and allow you guys to come in as he thanks you and takes the rose petals. You are going to notice next to the door, it looks like there is a wooden stepladder built into the side.
There's no way that you're breaking my head canon of him just hanging on for dear life on top of that fence. Like,
I can
what do you
okay, sure. He climbed up on the dog and like jumped up and was holding
just
on.
picture him just hanging on? Just, what do you want?
No wonder he's cranky. His arms are screaming.
One, one, keep going.
And Irvin, he's gonna take those flowers and he is going to invite you into his home. Inside, it's for it being a gnome's cottage, it's actually pretty spacious, almost like this was not built for him. It was probably built for someone much larger. And he is going to place the rose petals into some jars all along the place. There are jars of roses and flowers of all sorts, but you're also going to notice just different herbs, some dirt. He is growing his own mushrooms and what looks like alchemy supplies.
Ooh.
What do you guys need to know about the lake?
First off, how to track the monster.
Yeah, here tell it's an ancient beast.
Well, the rotten steak should do that.
Rotten steak. Is that what I smell?
Yes, Cora is helping us from the buried treasure.
At the mention of Cora, his eyes are going to sparkle a little bit and go, ah, beautiful woman Cora is.
You're soft on her.
You saw her, wouldn't you be?
That is not why I'm here.
Uh, can't blame an old gnome for looking.
If you assist us, you'll assist us with her as well as we're searching for her son.
Yes, I did hear that he ventured off a bit ago.
I have reason to believe the situations are both connected. Our
Well, all I can really tell you about the lake monster is that it's not necessary. I don't believe it's what it appears to be. It is definitely going after the fishermen that are not the trout, not your standard trout fishermen. Fishermen that are going after the big game, your whales, your sharks. So if it's somebody that's looking for something deeper in the ocean, it's gonna attack them first. Anybody that goes out there and comes back with small fish, they seem fine. These are fishermen that are going out at least 100 feet or more into the ocean.
I see.
deep sea fishing. Yeah, makes sense with the trout.
Hmm. Giving more credence to the idea that this thing is larger than an ox.
Yes, but if it's following a particular feeding ground, what's the fastest way to get to this portion? Is there dead or not? It's either we found the moose next to a portal, correct?
A moose?
That's part of the investigation. Apologies. We believe it's connected to your monster as well.
You're not talking about, I know I'm probably going to sound crazy, but you're not talking about the moose problem that was happening in Lonelywood, are you? I heard that they had a grand search hunt going down for that thing. Thought about going, but didn't seem like something that I would really get into.
Actually, it was this team who captured the white moose and solved the problem.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations aren't necessary. We're just doing our duty.
What makes you think the two monsters are connected?
Same attack patterns, same movement, same uh, what's it called? Same attack patterns, same movements, the same tendency to go towards people instead of just anything it sees. It looks like it's targeting. I'm hoping we might be able to find somewhere a portal might be, or a place where it resides, because that's where the moose was. Are there any ancient ruins nearby? Perhaps underwater even?
I can't say much for ancient ruins or portals. Anything like that has already been dug up and sacrificed these past 2 years. I can tell you that when you head out on the lake, the waters have almost like a drop off. If you go 100 feet out in any direction, really, if you go 100 feet out, there will be almost like a cliff drop where a lot of crashes have occurred. And it's said that there once before this dreaded curse was said, they do believe that there was a sort of a gateway that could potentially be described as a portal. I know there was once a major beast in the water, kind of octopus like, that people claimed could open portals. I don't know that this is the same beast, but there have been claims of um, townsfolk kind of gave it a funny name. They called it a ploctopus and portaled people to different areas. But I know that it was found about 100 feet out over the cliff. Maybe this creature's the same one. Maybe it's in league together. Like I said, I'm the town crazy person, so I'm just they always label me as the conspiracy theorist.
There is nothing wrong with a good conspiracy.
I like you.
Every legend has a grain of truth in it.
That is true.
So will you assist us?
Oh,
For Cora.
roll me a persuasion check.
Shoot. My persuasion is no good.
Can I do it instead?
Sure. You can, yeah, you can assist him. You can roll.
Yeah, Grimja's just gonna myself.
That would be 24.
Yeah, yep, uh-huh.
He's going to go, okay, if you can promise that you'll put in a good word with Cora, I'll go with you.
Not only that, but we'll grow you a new spice garden on the way home. Once we lift this coast, that is.
I like you.
Well, then come with us. We'll have to get the ship ready before the trout disappear.
So you guys are going to, with Irvin in tow, make your way down to the pier. And as you're preparing and getting ready, he clearly has done this many times before of getting boats ready and getting and setting sail. You guys are all able to fit comfortably inside this boat, and the wind is blowing very strong across the lake. The waters are choppy, and you'll be able to see out in the distance what appears to be land forming right before your eyes. And can I get anybody can roll me perception?
Okay.
I got a nat one. So apparently I'm just looking down at the boat.
I got a 3.
3.
Perrin has a 10. He can barely see
Ooh.
over the rail.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Nat 20. What about you, Leaf?
All right, those are Grimja's dice from now on.
0. So yeah.
That's a -1.
So you guys are gonna not be paying attention. None of you have sailed before, so you are going to be more concerned about holding on tight to the boat. But Grimja, you're gonna notice not only is land forming out of nowhere right before your eyes, you're gonna also notice that as the wind is blowing, it seems to be making something appear. And as you're watching this, are you telling it to anybody or are you just watching?
He's gonna silently contemplate and watch. I wouldn't be surprised. Does this thing have like a crow's nest?
It does definitely have a crow's nest. Are you up there?
Yeah, he would definitely be up on the highest point, just like eagle-eyed, just watching.
So as you're watching this, you're noticing with each gust of wind, more of this mass begins to form, and you're going to notice that it looks to be like a red and white top tent, like a circus tent.
Um, okay. He's gonna look at it and squint really hard, and then his jaw's gonna turn and his tusks are gonna click against his nose as they turns, and then he's gonna go down. He's gonna look down at the group and shout, "Carnival ho!"
Forgive me, Grimja. I believe you just said carnival?
And he's gonna shimmy down the crow's nest. Yes, look out there.
And as you all look out, you're going to see not only now is there clearly a circus tent, you're going to see bubbles
Um,
flying out of the sky. And overhead, it looks like carriages are being pulled by these massive dragonflies, and they are landing inside the carnival tent area.
what in the goddess's name is going on?
And Irvin's eyes are just going to be like bulging out of his head. He goes, "That's magic if I've ever seen it."
Oh, helm protect us.
Well, if anything is going to be happening, it's probably over there.
All right.
I know what this is. I feel like I've seen this before.
Sounds like the Witchlight Festival to me.
Say that again?
As it sounds like the Witchlight Festival to me.
Out of character.
It absolutely does. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
Oh, would
In
Grimja,
character.
would Grimja recognize the Witchlight Festival?
Roll me a history check.
Shoot.
That'd be 19.
And 19. What about you, Grimja?
We're gonna risk it for the biscuit. Let me find my big bad D20 and the one that usually blows me out the water. Yep. 4.
Grimja, you have no idea what this is. This looks like something with the government is just causing all this chaos and mayhem. Who knows? Maybe when Oral set her curse, like the rest of the government had a shutdown. But something is definitely amiss out there, and you
I'm so
don't like
sorry,
it.
sweetheart.
But for you, Alexander, you in all your travels have definitely seen this circus that can go in and out of dimensions and appears out of nowhere. And as you guys are watching this, Leaf, a almost like a sense of longing is going to come over you as you watch the carnival come into view. And out of almost like out of instinct, your wings begin to shimmer and you slowly start flying towards it. What do you guys do as you see her almost like drawn and flying? Now, Alexander, all of a sudden you've got this fairy next to you flying, and she's flying away from you guys. What do you do?
Oh dear.
Miles, you're not coming through.
Sorry, I was talking to Gabby. She was trying to roll for us.
Oh.
Um,
Hmm.
oh, he's gonna call out to her. Leave, leave, come back. Is there any way to
I
stop her?
can't. I don't think so. Like, I can't stop myself.
Where are you going?
I seem to be drawn to this carnival.
Is this where you belong?
I think they can help me find out where I belong.
And Leaf, as you're in almost like this kind of trance and overcome with emotion as you see this carnival tent, you are going to drop for them another diary and let them know that everything that they could possibly need to know about the land of Prismere is here. And you are going to watch as she flies off towards the carnival and out of sight. As she does so, waters are going to start churning, and a gust of wind is going to blow your boat slightly off course. Fog is going to come over the ocean, and I need everybody go ahead and make me a survival roll, except for Leaf.
Natural 20.
You're good?
Dirty 20.
You're good? You're not coming through, Miles.
Done it again. 25.
You're good.
Not to brag, but Perrin has a natural 3. No big deal.
Oh, certainly.
You are going to be tossed around the ship, and the icy water that is spraying onto you is you're going to take. Hang on.
Oh no, not the squish boy.
Perrin, did you already use your inspiration?
No.
Would you like to use your inspiration before
Sure.
I roll this?
Yeah. Certainly.
What'd you get?
I think I missed the first part of what you said.
Oh, I was asking if you still had since you still have your inspiration, do you want to re-roll?
All right, yeah, I will. Let's see. Well, that helped. A 9.
You got a 9?
Oh,
That
yeah.
does help.
Okay. Well, you're gonna take 5 points of cold damage.
Golly.
All right.
And once the wind settles down, you are gonna notice that Leaf is gone. The circus is gone. You are in a brand new part of the waters. but her book is there. And who would like to pick up the book?
Grimja.
Grimza, you're going to grab the book and you are going to notice that this is her diary and it has an account on how she is from the land of Prismere, also known as the Feywild. And during a raid set from a town in Icewind Dale, whichever one she knows not, but it seems they came to the Feywild and collected all manners of creatures to be brought back to Icewind Dale for sacrifice.
Oh my.
And among these that were captured was Leaf. However, once arriving in Icewind Dale, the prisoners killed their pilot and escaped and started new lives in the 10 towns with the hope of one day returning to Prismere. Finally, Leaf has returned to her home and is no longer an escaped prisoner here in Icewind Dale. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to call a game tonight.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So
Bye
thank
bye,
you all for
Lou.
watching. We are sad that Ashley has to go, but life happens, and we will find out what happens to Leaf when we start up our Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign. Ashley, you want to say anything before we sign off here?
Mhm.
Had so much fun. Even though I'm a quieter player and I'm really sad that I have to leave the group, but I'm excited to see what happens to Leaf in the future.
And we wish you all the best in your job, and we are excited to work with you in the future. A few weeks, we will meet a new character. More on that later. For now, from all of us here at the Roost, good night, everybody.